I hope I make this quick, but I know that I really won't because I talk a lot. So, hello again, and totally view my hella Hatalia shirt fandom tab. So, I decided that since I am talking to some of my friends on Facebook who are part of my fandoms and cosplaying, I decided that I would do my fandom cosplay questions, not questions, but like answering and talking about it, themed video today. And I'm going to be talking about all the stuff that we see on Tumblr as of late. Yes, sirree / ma'am, whatever gender you are. So first let's talk about fandoms. On Tumblr, I always see different fandoms. Obviously, you have like the Sherlock fandom, you'll have Homestuck, you'll have Hetalia, you'll have all these different things. Hannibal, you have like Attack on Titan, you have Supernatural, you have all these fandoms, right? And I always see fandoms hating on other fandoms, and that never made much sense to me because what did these people do to you? Like, I understand if you're in the Supernatural fandom and you suddenly go to the Hannibal fandom, like you switch over, you're just like, well, fuck you, because you're portraying all these characters wrong. And like, you believe in Satan and you're so evil and you're the devil. Like, you don't know that about those Hannibal fans. Like, yes, Hannibal Lecter was a terrible man and he ate people. Like, Jesus Christ, who does that? But just because that they watch the show and they're like, well, that's an interesting topic to think about. Well, that's really interesting. That's a really cool concept. I love the Hannibal movies. Silence of the Lambs, or whatever it's called. I love learning about serial killers, but that doesn't mean that I'm a serial killer. You know, just because I wear a skirt and don't like you in a skirt doesn't mean I'm slut-shaming. It's like, I just don't personally want to see you at my workplace every day waltzing around in a mini skirt. Not a minivan, because how would a minivan fit in a restaurant? Everyone has a personal preference, okay? If you're a part of the Hannibal fandom, you might not want to be a part of the Supernatural fandom because maybe you just don't like the topics they bring up. Or maybe you just don't like the content. Like, you can't come at me and just be like, well, if you like Hannibal, you must like Supernatural? Excuse you, no. I like Hannibal, and I like Supernatural. But if I didn't like Hannibal, I can't be in the Supernatural fandom and just be like, well, they have some very bad topics, excuse you. And I'm speaking from my own fandom, from one of my own fandoms. Supernatural has a lot of bad topics as well. Like, we're talking about the devil, we're talking about Jesus, we're talking about all these over-opinionized labeling things. Like, you can't tell me that Christians won't come up to you and just start talking to you about Jesus if you're like, yeah, I totally am up for angels, and you don't specify that you're talking about Supernatural. Like, you can't do that. Supernatural has a lot of iffy topics that they talk about as well. Honestly, so does Hannibal, so does Homestuck. Like, who wants to know about all these characters dying? Like, if you're so vague, just think about this. If you're in a room with a bunch of people who do not watch any of these shows, they don't know anything about these fandoms that you're in, and you just come into a room, and here are these people, and they're just like, wow, well, what are you guys into? And these people that aren't in your fandom are like, they like to read, they love to draw, and they don't draw, like, fan art, they just literally draw like flowers and pretty peaches, and they draw like beautiful ladies, and they draw like these creatures that come in their head. Like, they don't know that any of these are from fandom, like, they just could be thinking all these things up, right? And you come up with the most basic way to explain Homestuck to someone, per se, because that's one of my main fandoms is Homestuck. I doubt, not within an inch of my mind, I do not doubt that you would say something like, it's this webcomic where there's these humans and there's these trolls, but the creator kills all of them. Like, he literally just kills one every single week. Like, do you really think that those people would look at you like, yeah, no, they'd be like, the creator kills everyone, but what about Jesus? Jesus is our creator, hallelujah. And I will tell you now that every single person in the fandoms will start flipping shit on those people because they're in the Jesus fandom. Hallelujah, Jesus fandom. Golly gee, good for you. You're in the fucking Jesus fandom. What the fuck ever. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, goddamn, stop trying to thrust your opinions on us. That's the same with every single person. Like, if you're in the Homestuck fandom, if you're in the Hetalia, you're in Attack on Titan, you are in Kill la Kill, if you're in Fairy Tail, if you're in any of these fandoms, everyone's gonna at one point tell you, you are shoving your fandom ideas down my fucking throat. When you're not. I'm not gonna go up to someone and just be like, just because you don't like Homestuck, that just makes you terrible. Like, I hate you. Oh God, how could you? How could you not like Homestuck? Oh well, I'm sorry, I just don't like. No. How could you not like Homestuck? I just feel like I don't understand because it's just so great. And oh my God, Dave Strider and John Egbert, they kiss all the time and they're really homo. I'm sorry, I really just don't like Homestuck. I think that Attack on Titan is the way to go. I really like all the graphics and oh my God, graphics. How you're talking about graphics to me? Have you seen Andrew Hussey's artwork? Have you even seen Andrew Hussey's artwork? And you just be like, that's great, man. That's totally cool. Andrew Hussey, clap for him. He makes some beautiful art. I've seen it on Tumblr. Oh, you've seen it on Tumblr. Yeah, I've seen it on Tumblr. Oh, you have seen it on Tumblr. I highly doubt that you have actually seen Hussey's art on Tumblr. Well, it's a pretty popular webcomic from what I have been told, and you're getting kind of close to me, ma'am, and I would really appreciate it if do you love your mother? What kind of question is, do you, sir, do you love your mother? Yes, of course I love my mother. My mother gave birth to me. My mother is the giver of all life. She feeds me pasta. If you love your mother, then you must love Homestuck. Because have you seen Dirk Strider? Have you seen Dirk Strider? And I'm right? I have met so many Homestucks that are like that. And I am ashamed because I'm a part of this fandom and I do not shove my face in people's faces and just be like, you need to like Homestuck. Because I don't give a shit if you want to fuck Dave Strider or if you want to fuck Castiel. It really doesn't fucking matter. Eren Yeager could be the hottest fucking person to you. So can Mikasa Ackerman. It doesn't fucking matter. You can fuck whoever you want. You can bang whoever you want to bang. It's but you don't have to shove your sex tape in other people's life, okay? Shove it in their face. That's kind of dirty. You're getting all that jizz up in my face, and it's kind of grossing me out. It literally is so annoying to see 13-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 11, even 15-year-old girls on fandoms, and they're just but you have to like this shit because it's canon. Just because Dirk and Jake kissed one time does not automatically make it that they are canon. Maybe it was just a platonic thing, or it's I need to show you how stupid you're being, or all this stuff. Now, given I do know that Dirk Jake was canon, but saying that if it wasn't actually canon, and Hussey even agreed, it's not canon, and they had somehow kissed because that would bring Dirk back, with the head, if it brought him back, for reals, right there, then so what? It's a story plot, and I'm so sick of people being I don't care if Hussey or if whomever said that it wasn't canon. It is canon if this happened in the show. No, it fucking isn't. No, it fucking isn't. If two characters that you don't like kissed in a show, and then people are yeah, but that's canon because that actually happened, and they're building up a relationship in the show, and the creator said that was going to be canon, and you're just oh, I don't like them, so no, that's not canon. No, that was fake. They don't actually like each other. That's not actually happening. No, you need to understand that the creator is the one who made the show. The creator is the one who's going to dictate whether or not it's canon or not. They're going to decide whether or not Johnny and Becky are together, or if they're just friends and it stays platonic. You are not the creator of this fandom, this comic, this series, this book, this show. You don't get to choose whether or not Simon and Clary are canon, or if Simon and Jace are canon. It's not up to you, it's up to them, and I'm really, really sick of girls being this way, honestly. And boys, too, just being well, this, even though I didn't make it, but I know about this. Y'all just need to stop fucking hating on each other. It's as simple as that. If you like a fandom, that's great. Like the fandom, but you need to stay in your own little group of friends or in your own bubble where you're not going to affect other people's life and hurt their feelings because you think that you're so much better because you're in the Homestuck, etc. fandom. And I realize I keep saying Homestuck, but that's only literally because that's one of my main fandoms, and I'm oh, Homestuck. Alright, spent a good time on that. Let's talk a little bit about cosplaying. Just because she's a girl doesn't mean that she cannot cosplay a man. And just because you're a boy doesn't mean you can't cosplay a girl. And it's as simple as that. That's probably the most simple thing I could probably say about cosplaying. But really, a bunch of people are taking it way too far, saying well, you're a girl, you should not be cosplaying Eren from Attack on Titan. I'm a girl. I'm 100% girl. I mean, I don't respond as a full female like I feel I am. I'm gender fluid. Some days I'm a girl, I want to wear a pretty pink dress, I want to put on makeup, and some days I just feel like a boy. Like today, I'm feeling more like a boy, and I'm just like, I don't care, you can call me a girl if you want, but I don't feel that way, and I'm not going to let you dictate whether or not I'm a boy or a girl. And right now, if I wanted to dress up as Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan and walk out on the street in my full cosplay, I fucking will do so, as I please, because it's me being happy, and it's not up to you. Now, there's people going around on 4chan, from what I've heard, shaming people and posting these things on Tumblr. I don't know if he's taking it from Tumblr and posting it to 4chan, or going from 4chan and posting it to Tumblr about selfies and sex things and ruining people's reputation. First of all, I really feel like you should be really careful about the selfies and things that you post online. Like, I post selfies, everyone posts pictures of themselves. It's just how it is. Happy moment, you want to share it with your friends. But I really don't think you should be taking a dick pic with your face anywhere near the frame and posting it on Tumblr. Because, one, first of all, that's fucking disgusting. I don't want to see that. If you're following me, hella no. Second of all, I don't want to see other derogatory things on there. And they could easily use that stuff against you. And honestly, this is bad. I am not agreeing with the whole, like, well, you dressed for rape, so you should get raped, or you dressed for that, so you deserve that. Like, if you post sexual things, I'm not saying you deserve the things that 4chan says, but I'm saying that you're kind of egging them on if you see that, and you're reading about all this stuff, and it's just like, well, to spite them, I think I'm gonna post this really nasty nude I took and sent to my girl, and, like, see what they do. And then when the people from 4chan see that said photo, pardon me, when they see that said photo and they post it and they post all these bad things, and like you suddenly are all up in your game, like, I never posted that, that's against my will, they stole that from like my personal Facebook. Even on your personal Facebook, you should be careful. When we were kids, our parents taught us to be careful on the internet, and yeah, half of us don't give a shit. Like, yeah, all of our greatest friends are on the internet, and that's great that some of our greatest friends are on the internet. But just because you have 3 friends that live in freaking Montana and Delaware from the internet doesn't mean that you shouldn't be cautious about the things that you post about yourself online, because there's always trolls, and the worst kind of trolls are also the best kind of trolls and able to spread it. And I don't know any of you that are watching this probably, and I very rarely will talk to you, I guarantee, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to care about you, and I really want you to be careful about the things that you're posting, because it isn't safe if you're posting sexy pics of yourself in your birthday suit, or if you're like posing naked on the beach in Europe. Like, that's great and fine and dandy, but you just need to be careful where you post it and your settings. Okay? Alright, I think that's it for this video, and I'm sorry I was making a lot of weird faces. I look really tired because I haven't slept that much in the past day and a half, but that's it for tonight, and tomorrow I'll probably post that whole religion debate, and that's going to be 2 or 3 parts, I know, and I'll have to write it all out and rehearsal what I'm going to say, but I've been wanting to talk about it because it's been really prominent in questions that I've been answering in the past few things, and on Tumblr I'm seeing a lot about it, and it was prominent in this one talking about hating in fandoms. Sorry, it's just been really prominent, so I'm gonna go be talking about that in the next couple videos, but I'll keep you posted, and I'll be posting a lot this week, hopefully, and next week. Probably posting every day or every other day. So, I hope this was nice, and cosplay video starting of Jake and of Carcat. Alright, I am out!